So Molly has marked her pants that she's gonna make, and she's found her layout. So if you're looking at the layout, what I always like to do is on here, remember yesterday how I made you go around with the green and it tells you all of your, like a key, like a map key. It tells you different things for cutting out your fabrics. Right here, it says F/P and S/L. If I don't know what that is, or if you guys don't know what that is or can't figure it out, you just come back over here to your key and it says F/P. F is the fold. And since this is also in Spanish, it has Spanish on here for you. So that's what the /P is. So F is the fold. So if I am looking at my fabric like this, and I have my layout right here, I'm going to say, oh, okay, let's fold it on this side. Does that make sense? So I always like to stand in the same direction that my layout is going, okay? Then the other one says S at the top. So if I don't know what S means, I just come back over here and it says S/L is the selvage edge. So where's my selvage edge on here? Where's the selvage on this fabric? Somebody point to it. Right there, Molly, good. So the selvage is the edge that's not going to fray. And I know this one looks a little weird just because it's kind of ravel looking, but if you feel of it, it still has that finished edge that's not going to fray. So my selvages are here, my fold is here, I can see that. F means fold, selvage, selvage. So the biggest key to cutting out your pattern pieces correctly is making sure that you have got it folded on here exactly the way that your cutting layout says to fold it. Does anybody have a question about that part? Can you see exactly what I'm talking about? So I'm going to stand in the direction that it says. I'm going to have this laid out. So the very first one is pattern piece number 4. So I'm going to find pattern piece number 4. Will you hand me 4, please? I'm going to get pattern piece number 4, and this says, remember yesterday how I told you that you can use your key to see if it's a solid piece, which this is a solid piece, this is the right side of your pattern. So if you're looking at this, you're going to see the right side of your pattern right here. And I know it's the right side because everything is written in the right direction. If it were like down here where 3 and 1 are and they have the dots, that would be the wrong side of the pattern. So you just simply fold it over or turn it over and that would be the wrong side. Does that make sense? So on her, she is cutting both things out with the right side facing up. And well, first off, if your fabric is wrinkled like this, you're going to want to make sure that you take it over to the ironing board and just press out these wrinkles, because if you cut your fabric with it having any wrinkles in it, then when you go to sew it, it's going to have like a pleated weird spot and it's not going to come out right. So Molly, you'll need to take this and just press these wrinkles out a little bit before you actually pin this on, okay? And any of the rest of you will need to as well. But just for your purposes right now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look, and I see that the 4 is right along the edge over here. So I'm going to put that right there. Then the next thing I would do is I would place my 5. And I can see that the crotch is going like this on here. Mine looks the exact same way. So then the next one is the 5. So can you hand me the 5? So, can somebody hold this fabric out for me? Today, you hold the fabric out. This is only for demonstration purposes. We will go to the lunchroom so you guys will actually have a lot of space to spread this out. But if I'm looking, this is going to be placed, so the crotch is going this way, and it looks exactly like my layout. So do you guys see how this layout here matches this exact layout. Do y'all see that? Visually see it? Okay. So then what you would do, I always kind of like to lay my patterns, all my patterns out exactly the way that my layout, my cutting layout says to. Then I go back and I start at one end and I begin to pin. And stop it right there for